With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back trackside once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet NextGen Racing Series fires things off for race number 14. Here this season, drivers going to test their skills against the newly paved, newly reconfigured Atlanta Motor Speedway. 100 laps around the track tonight for the Lee Sheets Memorial 150. Big shout out to everybody putting this race together, honoring a great man. Red as they know him, the Red Memorial gonna be gonna have some fireworks here tonight. I can guarantee you that. A lot of fast times, qualifying already underway, track temperature up above that 110-degree mark. Drivers gonna be slipping and sliding, trying to make their way to the front of the field. So as we've got a lot of drivers on track, a lot of drivers here tonight, what do you say we get rid of that track information and go ahead and throw up some of those qualifying times over there to the left-hand side of your screen? 69 Ford Mustang of Kerry Cleaver gonna go top of the speed charts. Quick time here in qualifying, 31:44 for that 69 of Cleaver. Damian Patton right there, the one. Very quick here tonight. Patton looking to walk away with a great finish here tonight in the league red Sheets Memorial 150. Carlton Charles right there in fifth. Great run by him. Travis Smith going to round out the top 10 in qualifying here. And We've got a lot on the line, race fans, a lot coming to you over these next 2 weeks. Tonight and next weekend, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the final 2 races in the regular season. 6 drivers battling right now for those final few positions inside of the top 12 for an opportunity to run for a championship. We'll get to some of that here in just a few moments, but as the music fades away, how you doing? How you feeling? Out there in TV land, race fans, glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave of the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. Over 20 drivers scheduled to make the start here tonight. 13 on the speed charts. TJ Roberts rounding out the field of drivers that have laid down a qualifying time. Chris Spencer going to go quick on his second time lap, 31:48. Still not enough to dethrone Cleaver at the top of the speed charts. And it looks like not too many more are going to venture out on track to qualify. So Kerry Cleaver will start from the pole position, lead us to the green flag. We're going to keep our eye out there on the track, but it looks like most of the field are already working on their machines, getting set for tonight's Lee Red Sheets Memorial 150. 100 laps around this 1.5 mile track that has become sort of an old school mini Daytona, if you will. You don't get to keep the throttle 100% down 100% of the time like you see in those super speedways. There's going to be a little bit of throttle action, a little bit more working on some of that trail braking. Look for high speeds on the banks of Atlanta Motor Speedway. And really, how much more fitting could it be, race fans? An older track like this, Atlanta, really going to have an effect on how we move forward in the championship chase, starting in just a handful of weeks, as we've noted already. Tonight's race and next week at Las Vegas Motor Speedway will set that championship 12. And I tell you what, while we've got some time and it's quiet out there on the track, what do you say we go ahead and bring you some of that official business, some of those point standings? Let's get that up on screen. Thank you, gentlemen. There you can see Alex Coffey not in the field here tonight. Coffey still with about a 15-point advantage coming into tonight's race. Dustin German right there as well. German with a handful of wins in his back pocket this season. King of consistency right behind the double O of Roy Hyde. A handful of points away from that top spot, but solidly inside of the top 12. Look for Hyde to make a run for the championship. Teammate Brian Littleton right behind him. How about another Dirty Air Racing member, Travis Smith, the 9? He's been to victory lane 2 times this season. Solid top 5 in the point standing. Smith going to be moving on, but let's get to where the action really is, and that's all the way down there around that 10th position. Nigel Christensen, yes, he's got a race wins in his back pocket, but very close to that cutoff line. Just the 11 points to the good. Jan Van Leer sitting just a mere 6 points. Then it's a tie with that final position. Nathan Biggert and Matthew McMeekin tied up, knotted up at 378 championship points. So look for them two to battle that out. Brian Maciel Jr., a little bit of a rough season for the champion. 33, looking to turn his year around. He's got 2 more weeks to get to do it, and he's only 7 points out of that cutoff line. So look for that former champion to trying to get back to championship form. We'll see how he goes about it. Rick Schneider, also one of the drivers with an opportunity, just 9 points back. Look for Schneider to try to have a good race as well. Neither Schneider or Maciel Jr. With a qualifying time. So it's going to be interesting to see how they work their self through the field here tonight. Last week's race winner, Jerry West, he didn't bother bringing that fast Ford Mustang out. He's going to start deep in the field here tonight, so we'll see if West can go back-to-back and get into that 2-win column for the season. So with just a handful of moments remaining here before Drivers hit the grid. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Come back trackside for your national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
So proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And back trackside after the flyover, drivers hitting the starting grid, getting ready and geared up for tonight's Lee Red Sheets Memorial 150 right here from Atlanta Motor Speedway, brought to you by Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet.com. If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, head on over to Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet.com. They've got all your needs. They can fix you up there with some great deals. I myself got a brand new Chevy Trailblazer sitting in the driveway, so a big shout out to Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet.com and all they do. And well, it's about that time to get things fired off and ready to go. Final drivers making their way to the starting grid, and with the music starting, you know, it's time to run down tonight's Damian Patton Real Estate starting lineup, rolling off of Pit Road, bringing the field to the green flag tonight behind the wheel of the 69 Ford Mustang, Kerry Cleaver. Damian Patton going to start just to his outside in that number 1 machine. Back in second row tonight, the 11 of Chris Spencer and the 51 of Dylan Blankenship. Rob Haynes, Travis Smith back in row number 3, and in row number 4, the 23 of Carlton Charles, followed by the 5 of Jan Van Lee. Derek Myers inside of row number 5 with Zachary Compton to his outside, rounding out your top 10. Raymond Hedina and John Adams back in row number 6, and in row number 7, TJ Roberts and last week's winner, Jerry West. Row 8, Roy Hyde, Ryan Littleton, followed by Brian Mesgill Jr., Nigel Christensen back in 18th. Row number 10 tonight, the 99 of Dustin German, and the 3 of Rick Snyder. The rest of the field looks a little something like that, and we're going to get set to go. Green flag racing here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. So as the music fades, drivers will bring the engines to life out of 4 for the first time on the gas, and green flag flies from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Big stack up on the bottom. Kerry Cleaver not going to get going. Patton looking strong on the outside with the restart. The Area 51 Tillman number 1. We're going to take the top spot. We'll stay side by side off of turn 2. Halfway down the backstretch. Now into turn 3. Still side by side battle for the race lead. Big move here, big move. Trying to see who that was. I believe it is the 24 of Derek Myers. The Home Depot number 24 went to the back. That moves to the front. He's going to grab that top spot. New race leader at Atlanta. For the first time here tonight, Damian Patton going to take that top spot. Whoa, drifting up the track just a little bit. It's 3 and 4. Action at the front of the field already. 2 laps in the book. Lap number 3 goes on the board. We'll drop that Tommy and scoring down to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you find and follow along with your favorite driver here tonight. We're going to back up just a little bit if we can. Try to get you some more action. As you can see, all 20-plus drivers pretty much all over each other. The 20 of Nigel Christensen with a big moment there. You can see Christensen starting from pit lane, well behind the field now. Long way to go for that Craftsman's number 20. But with a long night ahead, still a lot of opportunity for him to catch up as we head back to the front of this field. Damian Patton in control. Blankenship and Kluber going to go at it for second and third on the racetrack. The Lucas Oil number 51 hangs it to the high side. The Toyota Camry looking for some speed on the high side. Not going to quite get there. They run real close. A lot of side drafting going on. Whoa, and they almost touch. High speeds at the pace of Atlanta Motor Speedway. Drivers locked up, drafting down the backstretch, side by side throughout. Looks to be about your top 18. All right here, knotted up with each other. Tillman Company Area 51, number 1 of Damian Patton leads yet another lap. He'll cross the stripe. Lap number 5 behind us. Lap number 6 goes on the board. 3 wide. 3 wide through 1 and 2, I believe. Oh, and into the outside wall. It's not going to work out. They're going to stack up on that outside wall. Looking to see who that was. I believe that may have been the 28 of Seth Steele with a little bit of problems. He's going to head to the back of the field as the 9 of Travis Smith going to pick up yet another position. There you can see that number 9, Black Rifle Coffee Company. Chevy Camaro. High side, second car in line on the high side. See if Smith can't get up there again. 51 of Blankenship, a little bit of a shove and let him battle it out with Patton for that top spot. Very, whoa, way up the racetrack. Goes the 51. Then I'm going to have to stack things up just a little bit. 81. Good check out by Zachary Compton. We stay knotted up from second on back. 2, 3 wide once again. 3 wide through the middle portion. You can see it all shaking itself out. They're going to sort things out and go back. Just double file. Now it looks to be. it looks like there's a second pack beginning to develop. We're going to look right here with that number 7 of TJ Roberts. You can see right behind him, 86 of Jerry West, Jan Van Leer, Thomas Watts, Rick Snyder. They all look like they're calming themselves down, maybe looking for some single file action. As we've got drivers in the rear of the field, drivers notable that we've got to keep our eye on. There you can see that Mac Tools, number 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., sitting back in 17th. Not the points day he wants, but the day's not over yet. We'll keep our eye on that 33 throughout the course of tonight. Roy Hyde looking to crack into one of the top 2 spots in the point standings. We'll see how that double O goes about it, but changes at the front. Here we go. Travis Smith to the top of the speed charts, leading him down the back stretch and into turn number 3 for the first time tonight. The Black Rifle Coffee Company, number 9. Out front with 3 bow ties showing the way. Back across the stripe here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Official lap led now by Smith. And this is some great racing action. I mean, these guys are all over each other. What do you say we go to one of our onboard cameras here tonight? There you can see a little bit of what the banking is to run like here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. On board now with the 7 of TJ Roberts. Bit of a stack up. 51 going to get a big push and a wiggle. A little bit out of shape through the triangle. That's going to hurt the run as now the inside lane starting to prevail once again. A few of these onboard camera shots here tonight. Further back through the field, the 5 of Jan Van Leer sitting in 12th position, looking for a solid top 10 here tonight. Great camera work, great camera action. Around this 1.5 mile course here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway, you're watching the Red Memorial 150. Gonna jump around the track just a little bit, trying to bring you as much action as possible. The 87 Rainier Beer Ford Mustang, bottom of the racetrack, trying to follow the 51 of Blankenship to the front. He's going to get a big run now. Your early race leader heading to the back of the field. Problems with that one of Damian Patton. Whoa, and majorly out of shape. Ooh, how did he save that thing? Raymond Hedino all but sideways coming through the triangle. Big moment here. Adam 2, bit of a push on the tail end of that one machine as he drops through the field. Patton into the back. Drivers on the apron, everybody looking to go around. Damian Patton right there behind the 7 of TJ Roberts. Things going to get a little close as the Valvoline number 6 machine of John Adams has a moment. Newcomer here tonight, Adams in the field, trying to hold his own, make a name for himself, and there you can see running well as Patton's into the wall. Damian Patton's going to hit the wall, the 1. Tillman Company Area 51. Chevy Camaro going to have a little bit of a mix up and dust up with that outside wall. Doesn't seem to affect too much of handling. Big moments now as Patton trying to regain some of that momentum in some of those positions. Lost big moment early here tonight for the 1. Meanwhile, out front, the Black Rifle Coffee Company number 9 of Travis Smith continues to show the way, but things getting a little argy-bargy at the front. Pushing and shoving. And 81 gonna root Smith off of that inside lane. Big push now from the 7 on the 51. That's gonna get the 9 out of shape. The 20 of Nigel Christensen is indeed going to go down a lap, but we seem to see a common theme here. If you can route the driver in front of you out to the high lane, there's only one direction they go, and that's backwards. From the top spot now almost outside of the top 10, and indeed all the way outside of the top 10 as Zachary Compton becomes the new race leader at Atlanta. Travis Smith drops to 12th. close racing action here between Damian Patton, Raymond Hedina, Dylan Blankenship. 3 drivers lined up on the high side trying to make it work, but the bottom lane will prevail. Patton looking at, whoa, lap machines up high. Gary Wright looking to stay out of the way of race leaders. Big moment for the Wrangler. Machine of Rick Schneider. Well, I apologize, Schneider right there in that Monster Energy Toyota. '83 of Thomas Watts with a moment. Just a lap ago. Beautiful looking number 23 machine right here of Carlton Charles, the Toyota Supra. Toyota Camry, we apologize, making its way to the front of the field. Charles started in the 7th position, dropped all the way outside of the top 10, now has regained the 9th spot as we go side by side for the race lead. The 87 going to lose a little bit of ground, but looking to come back to the high side. Big run by the 51 Lucas Oil machine. Won't be enough to get to the tail end of the Bernier Beer, number 87 of Hedina, but here comes the run off of 4 for Raymond. Oh, we got problems. We've got trouble. Big wreck in the back as multiple drivers going to get caught up in this. Damian Patton's going to catch a piece. Looks like the 5 of Jan Van Leer also going to catch a little piece of the action here tonight. So what do you say we back things up and go to our turn 3 replay? Oh, the 83. Oh, my gosh. Did you see the impact there by that 83? The 199 involved the 3 machine, Jan Van Leer. Big smack on the wall for that 1 of Damian Patton. A lot of drivers involved. Let's take a look once again. Big push there. Patton to the back of the 109. The 83 going to get collected. So a bump gone wrong, a push gone awry, and around we go. First caution of the night going to fly here on lap number 22 as we head back out front with your race leader, the Bernier Beer. Ford Mustang going to bring drivers down pit road. For the first time here tonight, we find ourselves under caution on lap 23 of the Red Sheets Memorial 150. So as drivers get a pit stop, we're going to take ourselves a brief pit stop as well. Pay a few of the sponsor bills. You know how that goes, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back from Atlanta Motor Speedway.
We got big-time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
And back trackside live from Atlanta Motor Speedway as drivers double file back into turn 3. Pace car lights are off. We're ready to let them loose once again here tonight, right at the quarter of the way through tonight's Lee Red Sheets Memorial 150-100 lap schedule. 25 going to go behind us as lap 26 will go on the board when we drop the hammer once again. Roy Hyde going to gamble, roll the dice, and stay out on old tires. Rest of the field with fresh good gears. We'll see how they go on the gas, and green flag flies once again here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hyde off to a good jump. 87 does not get going on the high side. That's going to stack things up on that outside lane. Already a 3-car breakaway heading down into 1 and 2. Hyde with a good jump. Maintains position, maintains that race lead, but fresh tires right behind him. Here comes Compton, and here comes the 87 of Hadida. Hadida going to run it to the high side. That's going to open up that inside lane to the Lucas Oil number 51 machine. Blankenship going to fill that void. As to the outside now looks Compton, as Hyde struggling with the old tires on the bottom of the racetrack, and there you can see those new tires just up and around, no problem. Right to the top. So, big push, and we got trouble. Big stack up as the 87 is going to get super loose. 3, almost 4 wide for a moment. They're going to stack it up. How do they get through it? My gosh, did you see the 11 of Christopher Spencer? Pinned it to the high side and went right around, moved Spencer into that 4th position. My goodness, that had the makings of a huge run here tonight. Somehow drivers are going to be able to navigate and manage their way through this one, but how about the job by Roy Hyde? Super loose and in a big squeeze play. 3, almost 4 wide for a moment, but Hyde somehow comes out of it smelling like roses. And look at the run by Mescal Jr. on the bottom. Contact, trouble, and we stay green flag. Somehow those guys did not go around either. Seen a little bit of a Hail Mary sent there by that 33. The driver's going to get stacked up for a moment. Things going to sort themselves out. We're going to stay green flag racing here. Big moment there. Brian Mescal Jr. now up 11 positions from where he qualified up into the 6th spot. Running well here tonight. Good points tonight so far. We'll see if that 33 can't keep things heading in the right direction, but let's move to the Jekyll Controls Hard Charger. Man looking to the outside, looking for the race lead tonight from the back to the front. Jerry West going to pick up yet another position, up 13 spots from where he qualified. He's looking to put his name in the record books by going back-to-back race winning performances. We'll see if he can get the job done. Rick Snyder running in 3rd is your Jekyll Controls Hard Charger recipient as we run right here, just about a third of the way through tonight's race, so things can change. But the Monster Energy number 3 Toyota Camry looking very fast here, started all the way back in 20th and is now sitting in the final spot on the podium. So a great run, great turnaround here tonight for Schneider. We talked about drivers that needed to have good point stays and good runs here tonight, and here it is. Lap number 32 on the board, lap number 33 when we cross the line this time around, and at least 2 of those drivers inside of your top 10. Mescal Jr. and Snyder both needed good runs here tonight, both now sitting inside the top 6, as Snyder going to fall from 4th back to 6th position here. The 81 of Zachary Compton, the only driver on the bottom of the racetrack. Looks like most of these guys at the front, for that a little bit of a mix-up, they have separated themselves from the field, and it looks like they're content to just log a few laps here. stay in position, but a big run by the 7. Look to take it. He's going to stay behind in line. But we've got a breakaway at the front. So let's check in with the second pack. How things going on back here? The 24 Derek Myers, a bit of a moment there on the opening lap of the Home Depot. Number 24 Ford Mustang has recovered. Is sitting in that 7th position, but this group right here, they've got themselves about a 3-second deficit that they're going to have to try to overcome. They're going to have to get organized. They're going to have to get things worked out, stop fighting amongst themselves, and see if they can't track down those top 6. As Travis Smith in the 9, early race leader here tonight, sitting in that 8th position, trying to will their way to the front once again. A fast 51 of Dylan Blankenship right there behind him, and it looks like these 3 drivers slowly starting to pull away from the 23 of Carlton. Charles could be by design. Charles could be opening up a little bit of a gap, trying to get a little bit of a run and kind of accordion that line forward towards those race leaders, but they are indeed losing time lap after lap, just a tick off of the stopwatch. So restart gets a little bit crazy. We've got some comers and goers. We've got drivers with problems. Let's go back through the field. Let's check in with that Hittings Restraints number 80 Chevy Camaro piloted by Brian Littleton. Littleton, no qualifying effort here tonight, so he started outside of the top 15, running in the 17th position right now. Just, kind of mired in traffic. There's just nowhere to go. Unless you get a huge run, just kind of nowhere to go once you get stuck back in traffic. Lucas Oil number 8 of Chad Meadows is going to give up the position and fall back to 17th, but a little bit of a hornet's nest here, rolling roadblock, if you will. 3 drivers breaking away, side-by-side action after that. Dustin German in the 99, he's right here involved in this battle, looking for some sort of speed, some sort of help. These guys have got to get things together, or they're going to continue to give up some time to those top 6 still out front, showing the way. Last week's race winner behind the wheel of that SRTV Ford Mustang, Jerry West, looking to pilot that Mustang to victory lane for the 2nd week in a row. So right at 10 laps away from the halfway point, we are going to begin to see drivers become a little bit more aggressive. They're going to fight for those positions at the front a little harder. And I'm telling you, this is going to be one heck of a finish. We're going to see things quite a bit here, I can guarantee you that. But before we begin that rundown, big shout out to each and every one of the sponsors here this season. You are the guys that make it happen, guys and girls that make it happen, make everything possible. Want to give a big shout out to someone that's behind the scenes constantly and really is the glue and the oil that makes the wheels turn and things work. With the NextGen Racing League on iRacing.com, that big shout out to Jags for all she does behind the scenes, whether it's getting those practice rooms set up, the points done, the career stats in line, photos, things of that nature. Jags, you do an amazing job. We appreciate all the work. Everybody throughout the league appreciates everything you do. So while we've got the time and opportunity, we want to give a big shout out, give credit where credit is due here with the NextGen Racing Series. Big time shout out to our title and series sponsor, Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. Located in Newton, North Carolina, that's right, the original Intimidator spot. You can find yourself a fast, brand new Chevy, whether you're looking for a sedan, compact, mid-size, they've got SUVs and trucks as well. Head on over to Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. While you're there, you can check out some great, authentic, original Earnhardt merchandise. Whether you're there at the store or you go online, you can find the link in the description down below. That's DaleEarnhardtChevrolet.com. Big shout out as well to Damian Patton Real Estate coming on board yet another season, sponsoring your starting lineup in qualifying sessions. If you're looking for your next home, you can find your forever home at Damian Patton Real Estate. Another returning sponsor, big tip of the cap, is sending out some great gear for walking away with the All-Star race win. That's Jekyll Controls coming on board. Biggest mover of the race. The sponsor, your Hard Charger Award, belongs to Jekyll Controls, and we salute everything they've done all season long and in previous seasons as we watch Brian Mescal Jr. looking to work his way to the front somehow. Now moves up to second. Big push in the back, scrapes with the wall. 7 of TJ Roberts going to catch a piece of that outside wall, slow the run down just a little bit. Here comes a big move to the outside. Now Brian Mescal Jr. at the line, and Mescal Jr. will take over the race lead. New race leader once again. Your top three going to clear. As John Adams inside that down the lead number 6 machine listed off of the lead lap, but finds himself in good company, looking to charge his way back onto the lead lap, at least get one of his multiple laps back here. Mescal Jr. finds himself in good hands as he leads the field. And as always, want to give a big shout out to Blood Kicker. Feel every bump, feel every groove. And with Blood Kicker, you can get your, well, I like to call them add-on accessories, but they are nothing. They are not an accessory. I can guarantee you that. Once you have one, you don't feel right without it. The future is feeling Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. I want to give another big shout out to Mountain Mafia Kennels, American bully breeders out of Western North Carolina and out of the Haywood County mountain areas of North Carolina. There's not a better bully breeder when it comes to the best look to the mountains of the West. That's right, Western Carolina's very own Mountain Mafia Kennels. So with our shout outs to the sponsors out of the way, we get ready to get underway with our mid-race report, our driver highlights and spotlights, and we're going to start right at the front. Man out front, showing the way behind the wheel of that Mac Tools number 33, Chevy Camaro, Brian Mescal Jr. out of Newton, North Carolina. Looking to walk away with his first win of the season. Mescal Jr. leads him at Atlanta. The man listed in second for now out of Louisville, Kentucky, went to victory lane last week. We're looking to repeat that performance tonight behind the wheel of that SRTV number 86 and a big wiggle off of the corner. Oh, in trouble. We've got trouble at the front. And around they go, and that's going to bring the caution out. So our mid-race report will come to an end. Trouble at the front between your top six. Rick Snyder going to be faced the wrong direction, so trouble on the track out front. Let's go check the Dale Earnhardt replay. And it just looks like possibly just a little bit of a squeeze play right there. Really just, I want to say a bit of a racing deal. Nowhere really to go. We're going to take one more look at it. High above the track there, you can see the 3 stick the nose to the outside of the 11 of Chris Spencer. And Spencer just comes up the track that little bit of a tick. But that's all it takes sometimes. And Spencer will go into the wall. The 3 going to catch the worst of it, bear the brunt of that contact, and the Monster Energy number 3 will fall outside of the top 15. Let's jump back out front with your race leader, Brian Mescal Jr. Has had the race in his control for the past at least 7 to 8 laps. He'll bring the field to pit lane this time by. And there it is, that inevitable journey down pit road. So as drivers check in for fuel and tires, we're going to try to check in for some pizza and refreshments. As we step away for a brief commercial break, don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside here from Atlanta Motor Speedway, you're watching the Lee Sheets Memorial 150. Brought to you by Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. Has out front a Chevy, leads the field to the green flag. Brian Mescal Jr., he needs a good race, looking for a podium or better yet, checkered flag. The Mac Tools 33 wins the race off of pit road. He will bring the field back to the green flag. Pace car down and away. We're set to drop the hammer once again on the gas, and away we go. Green flag flies. As Mescal Jr. going to hit the gas and get up through the gears. Big run on the outside by Jerry West. The 86 all alone, looking to get to the front, but here comes a push on the bottom. The 81 of Compton going to get to the rear of the 33 and push Mescal Jr. back to the Now the run really there on the bottom as three drivers lined up. Here comes help from behind. The Black Rifle Company. Race leader looking to get back to the front. Since in third, Chris Spencer right behind him. Bit of a shakeup as Mescal Jr. goes to the high side. Mescal Jr. to the high side in a run 3 right off of 2. And contact in the 51 and the 9 going to get together. Travis Smith into the outside wall. We stay green flag racing. After the 56, contact between the 51 and the 9. Both of these drivers wounded warriors now dropping through the field. Meanwhile, back at the front of this field, bold move. Jumping to the high side, the 86 of Jerry West with help from TJ Roberts. Motor around the high side, making it 3 wide for a moment. They come out on top of that. once again by that 33 of Mescal Jr., the 24 of Derek Myers looking for some position down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's all alone, so he's going to need a little bit of help. There it is, off of turn number 2. Top 5, single file. Down the backstretch, Mescal Jr. looking to the bottom for a moment. He's going to cover off the run of the 24. And these guys are just getting huge, massive runs. And I mean, just look at Jan Van Leer, shot of a cannon. 3 positions gained through the corner. We're going to go 3 wide with Mescal Jr., the meat and the sandwich. Things going to get a little heated here as drivers make their way through the middle of 1 and 2. Got a little, looks like a handful of drivers with some connection issues. We're going to get that worked out. Looks like a little bit of troubles plaguing us here tonight. We're going to get rid of some of those onboard on-screen graphics. We'll kick it old school for you, radio station style here. Out front, the 86 from Jerry West continues the lead. Battling for second now, the 24 of Derek Myers and TJ Roberts going to go side by side. It is on the bottom, but about a car length off. Numbers and strength at the high side, the 99 up there. Dustin German looking for some room, looking for a way to wiggle to the middle lane, not going to quite be there. Fall backwards, the 99 of German, going to drop down from the top. Pick up a draft from the 11 of Christopher Spencer, now the 24 Home Depot machine. He's got help, and he's got drivers. What a drop from the top of the racetrack down to the bottom, the 20 of Nigel Christensen. He found a way back on the lead lap, and he's found a way to the front of this field. Lap number 63 on the board here tonight out of the 100 scheduled in the official race distance. Still a very long way to go for these drivers to try to capture the checkered flag here tonight. Jerry West, a newcomer, unable to make the chase, not going to be able to point his way in. So just looking to really make a name for himself, and he is doing just that. Walking away with the race win from Charlotte Motor Speedway last time we hit the track just before the 4th of July holiday break, and here he is, front of the field with about, what is that, 45, 35, we can count, we promise, 35 laps remaining. How about the 80 of Brian Littleton? Sneaky, that Hennings Restraints number 80 machine, team 4th driver in line, bottom of the racetrack. Beginning to make up some ground. He's going to get a big draft down the back stretch. Raymond Medina with some issues behind the 87. Going to get into the outside wall. We'll keep it headed in the right direction. We'll stay green flag racing here as we cross the line. Lap number 66 goes on the board. 2/3 of the way through tonight's race, and we have got a barn burner here tonight. 2 caution flags flying from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Handful of drivers, 2 drivers listed down and out of tonight's event already. From starting outside pole position behind the wheel, the Area 51 Tillman Company number 1 Chevy Camaro, Damian Patton going to have an early exit here tonight. The 30 of Gary Wright will join him in the hauler. So 2 drivers down and out of tonight's race, leaving us with 22 drivers still out on track, but only 17 left on the lead lap. And it's a hornet's nest out front, race fans. If you're not watching, I suggest you get to your screen and watch this one shake out. We've got ourselves, looks to be about our top 12. All right here, locked up with each other. It's still anybody's game. Long way to go here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Very high, leading a procession of hungry, determined drivers. The 87 of Hadina right there. You can see the 28 Nesquik machine of Seth still listed off of the lead lap. Seth, the first driver down a lap, sitting in that lucky dog position. He's looking for some trouble. He's looking for a little bit of help. 51 of Dylan Blankenship, contact trouble, but still finds himself inside of the top 15. Blankenship trying to get that Lucas Oil. Number 51 back into a solid top 10 position. More trouble at the front. Let's go up here as battles begin to form. Top 4, single file. Brian Muskill Jr. with a big run. Closing in on the back of that 11 of Christopher Spencer. There you can see Spencer leading the single train. Line right there starting to go, and the 199 into the outside wall. Muskill Jr. into the outside wall as well. Taking a little look back off of the 11 of Christopher Spencer. A lot of troubles, a lot of wiggles, a lot of issues for a lot of drivers. Handling will begin to factor into play. Over 20 laps now ran on these set of tires. How deep can these guys run before the tires really become a factor? We've seen trouble right around that 20 to 25 lap mark, and there it is. Big push on the tail end of the 99 of Dustin German, and that's going to move him out the way and send him sliding towards that infield, but no trouble, no contact. We stay. Green flag. Racing heading back into turn number 3, lap number 72 on the board, closing in on just 25 to go here tonight in the Lee Sheets Memorial 150. Brought to you by Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. You're watching the NextGen Racing Series. You know, we want to give a big shout out to the driver not in the field here tonight. Checking in with us still, though, out in the chat. Want to give a big thank you and tip of the cap to Kelly Coffey out there in the chat. Always coming in, checking things out. Whether her favorite driver, Alex Coffey, is in the field or not, we do appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us tonight, Kelly. And thanks for letting us know that Alex is, well, he was enjoying some real racing action. Watching the Cub drivers go around the track tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway, so we do understand a little bit of absence and you know what? I'm not even gonna try that. We're just gonna move right along. "26 laps remain as we cross the line this time by. Things getting heated up at the front here. Big runs, big pushes. The 7 goes to the bottom of the racetrack. TJ Roberts looking for the race lead for the first time here tonight. The 5 of Jan Van Leer right there behind him. I believe that is the 81 also. Oh, and Van Leer going to get rooted out of that bottom lane, and he's going to give up the position. The 81 of Zachary Compton will take that spot away. Your top 3, still single file. So as we begin to count down to our final laps, less than 25 to go. If you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Let them know you enjoy all the content week in, week out. Every time they hit the track, the Next Gen guys lay it all out on the line. So if you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Click subscribe and smash that bell. over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every time you stop by, without you, there would be no us. So while you're here, show these drivers we appreciate and love all the content they bring you week in, week out. Drop them that thumbs up. Less than 25 to go. Last week's race winner, Jerry West, out front, showing the way. The 4-car breakaway has went away. The 81 of Zachary Compton on the tail end of the 9 of Travis Smith. Smith listed off of the lead lap, but still digging hard. 2 laps down, but here comes a run. 3 wide with the 11 in the middle. Mescal Jr. at the top. Big wiggle through the center. Big push by the 81 on the tail end of that number 9. We're still 3 wide heading into 3. Things are going to sort themselves out. The 11 of Christopher Spencer able to get around the 9 and take control of that inside lane. Big run on the high side. Man, I'm telling you, 21 laps to go, and things, I got a feeling somebody is about to go. And I don't mean anywhere good. A lot of hard, heavy racing here at the front of the field. This 12-car breakaway. A lot of action. I don't want to say a lot of beating and banging, but there is definitely a lot of pushing and shoving going on, and drivers look to work their way to the front, whether it's for the race lead or to kind of lap back. Christopher Spencer now digging on the bottom of that SRTV number 11 fast Ford Mustang, looking to get around the teammate at the top. SRTV Network teammates lead both lanes, the inside controlled by Spencer, high side controlled by West. Less than 20 to go this latest time around. This will be the longest green flag run so far here tonight. Though drivers tiptoeing into unknown territory. How long will these tires last? Drivers were last of hit road back on lap number 52. We work our way across the line, lap number 83 now on the board. So over 30 laps of green flag action. All these tires on this fuel cell, do they have enough fuel to get to the end? There's the next question in line. Do these guys even have enough fuel to get to the end? We're not quite sure, but we fix it to find out. Lap number 84 going to go on the board this time around. Just 17 to go as Spencer brings them off the 4. Back across the line, a little bit of a dust up towards the rear of this pack there. You can see that Monster Energy number 3 machine piloted by Rick Snyder was inside of the top 5 with a fighting chance pretty much all night long. Trouble relegated him to pit road. He's listed multiple laps down. Snyder not giving up on his hopes, still running hard here tonight. We'll have 16 to go this time by big push off of the front end of that Mac Tools number 33. That's going to open up the door with the check up to 7. Going to fill that void from scooting a slide job his way right to the top and right in front of that Mac Tools number 33 machine. I'm telling you what, hot and heavy action here at the front. We haven't said his name very much, but here he is sitting in third up 13 positions from where he qualified. He is your Jekyll Controls biggest mover of the race so far, up 12 positions now. Brian Littleton, and behind the wheel of that Hennings Restraints number 80 machine. Quiet night for Littleton as he's searching for his first win on the season. Littleton securely into championship form, well inside of the top 5. Just looking for a little bit of, well, we can call it a little bit of cherry on top to a season. Final 2 weeks of the regular season, a handful of drivers still looking for that first race win. Tight battle here between your top 5, but there's a big battle right behind them. Team Dustin German, Jan Van Leer, all mixing it up. Lap traffic involved as well. It's Christensen. Great turnaround here tonight from Christensen, being 2 laps down. Now on the lead lap inside of the top 10. Great run here tonight. If there was a driver of the day, I think it may have to go to that 20 machine, because he has just absolutely had a phenomenal night in a phenomenal race. Go from 2 laps down to inside of the top 10. Job well done, Brian Muskel Jr. Dropping a little bit of pace here. He's going to be listed now back in 11th, hanging on to the tail end of this lead pack. And we could possibly be seeing some fuel strategy games here. Maybe some drivers not too keenly aware of the fuel strategy or of the fuel usage at this point in time, but Muskel Jr. visibly off pace. Meanwhile, front of the field, Christopher Spencer was able to use that inside lane to finally complete the pass and take over the race lead. The 11 SRTV Network Ford Mustang shows the way through 3 and 3 Fords at the front. Zachary Compton trying to break up the Mustang party at the front of this field. 4 of them lined up to the high side. And down to the bottom, here comes Dustin German, the 99, looking to take over control of that inside lane, and SRTV Network Farmers now control 3 out of your top 4 positions on track as we head into turn number 3. 10 laps to go this next time by. Big run on the tail end. Here comes the bump draft down the back stretch. The 86 going to get to the 11. The 24 not willing to push the envelope just yet. He's going to keep the Home Depot machine off of the back end of that 86. That's going to open up the door for a run on the bottom of the racetrack. The 99 of Dustin German with some momentum, but doesn't look like he was ready to make the move. The 86 going to get rooted down to that high side. 3 wide once again through 1 and 2. Jerry West meeting the sandwich now. Contact at the front and trouble. Contact at the front, trouble. Cars go around and caution. Flag flies. As TJ Roberts going to come to a stop on the... Oh, and Travis Smith going to collect a little piece of this one after the fact, but the 7 going to be... And a little bit of... Well, I don't want to say hot water, but contact, there it is. The 20 get a clip. The 7 after contact with the 24. Derek Myers involved in this one as well. Let's look at the replay one more time. There you can see Jerry West, the 24 involved. The 7 going to get clipped. The 20 going to get clipped as well. The 3 of Rick Snyder may have picked up a little piece of the action. We're going to take one more look at this. See if we can't see what went on here. Yeah, we're hearing word. That's all we got. Oh, do we got one more? One more view. Let's take a look at it here. Yeah, just drivers late in the race battling for real estate, and around they go. And that's going to put us under caution for the 3rd time here tonight as drivers going to make their way down pit road. And it looks like we've got some guys maybe making some gutsy calls here. Brian Littleton, Brian Muskel Jr., and Roy Hyde all going to stay out on the racetrack. So for the first time here tonight, Littleton to the top of the scoring pylon. He'll take over the race lead with less than 10 laps to go. We've seen the 00 of Roy Hyde stay out earlier tonight. With about 20 lap difference on the tires, he was able to maintain for about 3 to 4 laps. So maybe the crew chiefs betting on a little more trouble coming to the end of tonight's Red Memorial 150 right here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. What a run, what a night. My, how the front of this field has changed. Big strategy plays gonna unfold before our eyes. Your top 3 very old tires as we work our way around the track on lap number 93. About 40 lap difference on the tires. I mean, that's a lot. That is a huge difference. And I don't know. If I'm Roy Hyde or Brian Mescal Jr., I'm not necessarily liking my chances right now. If I'm the 80 of Littleton, I'm maybe a little more comfortable. Gonna go back green flag racing with 5 laps remaining. I've got 2 teammates behind me, or one behind me, one beside me on this restart. Maybe they can corral and slow down the Hungry Sharks with those fresh good gears. Starting in the 4th position with Christopher Spencer. Dustin German fast off of pit road. He'll restart in 5th. Zachary Compton, the 81. He's been sporty. He's been quick all night. For the 81 to try to make some moves. How about Derek Myers, Jan Van Leer back in row 4. West and Charles rounding out your top 10. So with 4 previous winners inside of your top 11, it's all up for grabs. And I just don't blink. Get some duct tape and glue your eyes open, because you don't want to blink for this one. I'm telling you, there's going to be some fireworks coming to on what could be our final restart. I'm going to say it's not. I think we're going to have some trouble, and I think we're going to find ourselves under a green-white checkered opportunity, but we'll see what good I know. And here we go. Away we go. Green flag flies once again here from Atlanta, with Mescal Jr. getting off to a good jump on the high side, but Roy Hyde going to be right there on that rear deck lid of the 80. Littleton with a good run through 1 and 2. Big move now as Mescal Jr. on the high side. Big push, stack up on the high side. Here comes a run by the 99 of Dustin German. Top 2, Roy Hyde. Brian Littleton continue to stay out front. Big run to the high side now, though. And it's going to get cut off. The 99 of Dustin German going to lose his help 3 wide, with Mescal Jr. at the top, battling for 7th, 8th, and 9th on the speedway. This is just what that 80 of Littleton needs. He needs these guys to battle for positions, but a big run now as the 86 uses the draft and the momentum. He's going to reel in your top 2, slow the run down. Here comes the 99 to the high side. Dustin German going to pull even with that down below. Now it's all about how good you can block. That's right, I said that bad beat word. Blocking is what that 80 of Littleton's gonna need, and he's not gonna be able to pull it off quick enough. The 99 of German gonna motor right around, and contact in trouble. Around goes the 5 of Jan Van Leer. Looks like the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. are also involved in our latest action here. So that will put us under caution for the 4th time. We will work our way into overtime. As we go back, let's check the replay. WC just stacking up drivers all over each other. Contact between a handful of guys, and that's going to put the 5 into the 33, and around they go. Caution flag flies, and we're going to have ourselves a shootout. It's going to be all-out warfare coming to the checkered flag. Take no prisoners here, as now 3 out of your top 5 drivers are previous race winners. How bad does Littleton want this? How bad does Myers need it? And you know, as these guys catch up to the tail end of the iRacing pace car, if you're that 80, you've kind of painted yourself in a box, right? You didn't come to pit road under the previous caution. You come to pit road now, and you're going to give up a ton of track position. So I don't want to say he's necessarily in damage control mode, but he is definitely in survival mode. From here on out, it's all about keeping positions. It's not about winning the race. It's going to be hard pressed for him to get it back up there, even starting from that fourth position. It's going to be tough for him to get back and around with those older tires. So really just looking to try to finish where you restart right here. Probably the thought process on the box of that 80 as the Henry's restraint Chevy Camaro was right there, but unfortunately just the tires are just not good enough. Over 40 lap difference on the tires at the front of the field. And just a tough, hard break. Strategy calls don't always fall your way, but looking to still walk away with a good finish here tonight. Behind the wheel of that Hennings's Restraints number 80 is a Brian Littleton. But let's talk about your Jekyll Controls Hard Charger. The man out front showing the way. Dustin German up 18 positions from where he started tonight's race. What a run and what a night for that 99. We'll see if he's going to be able to corral that checkered flag. We'll see if there's some contact. We'll see who's willing to use the chrome horns. We'll see who's willing to risk it for the biscuit. Coming down to the final few laps here tonight in the lead. Red Sheets Memorial 150 from Atlanta Motor Speedway just tonight and next week before we set that championship field. Man, if I'm one of those 6 drivers on that cutoff line, even Nigel Christensen, 2 race wins in your back pocket, you're only 11 points to the good of that cutoff line. I'm going for it. If I'm behind the wheel of that ace, number 20, you better watch out because I'm coming through. Just saying. Skill Jr. had a great night going, but the story of the season continues on pit road late in the race. Mescal Jr. will finish outside of the top 15. Pace car in, and away we go once again on the gas. Green flag flies as Dustin German going to easily walk away with the race lead. Popsicle sticks on display, just 2 to go here from Atlanta. That may not have been the start that 99 wanted to get. He has separated himself, and now he may be a sitting duck. The 20 of Nigel Christensen right here, but here comes the run to the bottom. Big lead by the 24. They're stacking up behind. Big wreck. Parts and pieces flying. Parts and pieces flying. The 8 Lucas Oil Machine. Bottom of the racetrack, big time trouble for Meadows. We'll take a look, 3-4 wide, will not work out. Chris Spencer involved in, oh my gosh, hard hit. My goodness, the 8 of Chris Spencer also a huge lick. Let's take one more look at it here. Oh my gosh. And it looked like help from a teammate. We're going to take one more look. There's some contact there, a little bit more contact from behind. My gosh. That 8 just went right up the track and into the outside wall. Big time damage, big time hit. Nerves are high. The lap count is low. Final few weeks of the regular season and drivers laying it all out on the line. Pushing and shoving, working their way to a good finish. Some drivers have made it through the carnage, others have been caught up. Brian Mescal Jr., early race leader, now relegated to pit road. Travis Smith back off of the lead lap, sitting in 7th. He's led a handful of laps here tonight. He's had some problems. Damian Patton, early exit here tonight for the Tillman Company Area 51 Chevy Camaro. Patton, early race leader from outside pole position. He's found trouble, and he is out of tonight's race as well. Roy Hyde with a little bit of contact as well. I think it may be easier to walk you through who hasn't had any troubles here tonight. And that is a very, very short list. So as we reach extra time in overtime here in the Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet NextGen Racing Series, Lee Sheets Memorial 150 pace car lights have gone back out. Drivers will work their way back to the restart zone. We'll unleash the beast under the hood and see what's good. We'll see who is the best. We'll see who has got what it takes to capture the checkered flag. I don't know. 4 out of your top 5 previous race winners? Do we dare put the pressure on the man behind the wheel of that 24 Home Depot Fast Ford Mustang? He's been quick all night. Myers had an early issue, dropped out of the lead pack, worked his way back to him, and has stayed inside of the top 10 and inside of your top 5 for the majority of tonight's red Sheets Memorial 150. We are past the 100 lap mark. We'll work lap 106 when we cross the line. This time around, let's give the fans in the stands what they've been waiting for. Pace car out the way. We are set to get underway. Once again from Atlanta and on the gas. Green flag flies. Good jump by that 24. He's all over the tail end of the 99. German does not get as good of a start as he did the previous restart. Here comes the 20 of Christensen to the high side. Big push on that Ace Hardware number 20. Camry. Big run. Here comes Brian Littleton. Where did he come from? Back at the front in the final podium position. The hitting restraints number 80 of Littleton back into third. Behind him from Rob Haynes, the 199. Beer store. Oh my gosh. Big runs, big stack ups, white flag flies, final lap, big move into 1 and 2. Single file for your top 4 position. Littleton gonna look to the high side. He's not gonna find Danny. Held down to the inside goes the 199. He's gonna look for that third and final position on the podium. Here comes the 24. Myers looking for the spot, not gonna get it. Big run to the line and not gonna get there. Dustin German walks away with the checkered flag in the race win. What a run to the line for the final podium position here on time. Christensen just gonna get the nose over or Brian Littleton, who's gonna fall to 4th. Rob Haynes, great finish in 5th. Roy Hyde gonna recover to a 6th position here tonight in the Lee Sheets Memorial 150. What a run, what a night, as this guy begins to give the fans in the stands a little bit of a smoke show. At the start finish line, everybody's got their cameras out, and we're gonna give ourselves a moment to get our cameras ready and set up to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back after this brief commercial break. in back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's Lee Red Sheets Memorial 150. What a night, what a race, and we're going to dive right into it. We're going to get right to our post-race interviews. Let's see if we can dial up and have a few words with the man behind the wheel of that 20 Toyota Camry. Nigel, it's Dave. You got a copy?
I got you.
Hey, my man. Solid finish, solid run here for you in the 20 crew here tonight. How was it out there on track? Because, I mean, honestly, from our perspective, it looked a little sketchy from time to time.
Me personally, I was super loose. There were some sketchy moments from my point of view, but it seemed like the racing was really good as a whole. But yeah, I had some moments, especially going through like the tri-oval quad, where I thought I was going to wreck several times.
Now, Nigel, final two races of the regular season this week and next week at Las Vegas. You came into tonight's race with 2 race wins in your back pocket, but only 11 points to the good of that cutoff line. Yeah, you want to walk away with the checkered flag at the end of the day, but walking away with third going to give you a good, solid points day. How are you going to approach that final race next week at Las Vegas?
Just like I do at all of them, go in with the right mindset, and usually good things will happen. So got a good team around me. I've been unfortunate to be able to, I've missed a handful of races this season, so it's kind of put me in a hole. But overall, I feel pretty confident. Las Vegas is a pretty strong track for me. So as long as I just do what I'm supposed to do, I think we'll be okay.
Well, man, you did exactly what you needed to do here tonight, and that's give yourself a little bit more of a buffer zone to that cutoff line. Not the race win that maybe you would have liked to have, but still nonetheless a great points day. So before we let you go here tonight, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, I want to thank Blaine Wilson for crew chiefing and spotting me again tonight. Always does a great job. Thank everybody at 2018 Racing, CNC Esports. Working with DJ Roberts a little bit tonight. That was fun. So I want to thank my dad for watching and anybody else that's watching. And, of course, you for putting on the broadcast.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the podium run here tonight. We'll see how you go in Las Vegas, and we look forward to trying to catch up with you in that championship chase. We'll see how it all shakes out. But until next time, my man, stay safe and keep it fast.
Thanks, man.
All right, there you have it. Final few words for the man that walks away with the third and final spot on the podium here tonight. Nigel Christensen going to bring his Toyota Camry home to third, and that's going to lead us right along the running order. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the man behind the wheel of that Home Depot number 24 machine. Derek, it's Dave. You got a copy?
I got a copy, Dave.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after a solid run here tonight? You kind of started off behind the 8 ball. Looked like a little bit of trouble in those opening few laps.
Yeah, I was just riding around in the back and lost the draft. That's on me. Thankfully, we got a caution and was able to regroup with everyone and didn't want to make the same mistake again. And from there on out, it was just about putting my car in good situations. Even though we got involved in a wreck, but we had a fast repair and was able to hook up with some of our teammates up there, Jerry West, Dustin German, Chris Spencer. It was good racing with them up there.
Yeah, and I mean, from that moment early in the race, you sliced your way up through the field. You were able to navigate your way through the little bit of trouble that we seem to find ourselves in throughout the course of tonight's race. But all in all, just a solid run back to the front. You had an opportunity and a chance there towards the end. If you could rerun that final restart, would you do anything different?
Yeah, I could have made my move coming off of 2. I forgot how these cars don't suck up as good. Yeah, you kind of need some help if you're gonna get the good suck up to the car. And I just didn't have a run on Dustin there, or else I would have pulled out to make a move. But I didn't want to give the win away to someone else rather than one of my teammates. So, it worked out in the end. I got second, even though a win would have been nice. But it's cool to see a teammate win. If I would have made the move off 2, it might have. Who knows what happens after that? It might have bring some others involved that are non-teammates, and it might have been best for me to just do it exactly what I did. We brought it home second and clean car.
Well, man, we gotta give you a shout out and props to getting your elbows up, keeping your head down, and staying focused and getting yourself back in the game. Walking away second here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. So congratulations on the podium finish. Before we let you go, would you like to give any final shout outs?
I'd like to say thank you, Dave, for putting on the broadcast tonight with Turn 3 Racing Network, and I'd like to shout out Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet for sponsoring the league, and congratulations to Dustin German on the win tonight.
All right, my man. Well, again, always a pleasure to catch up with you in these post-race interviews. Until next time, stay safe and keep it fast.
It's 10-4. Thank you, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from the man that walks away second. You heard it from him himself. Went to the back, lost the draft, and, well, it luckily got the caution flag that he needed to catch back up. And now let's see if we can't head directly to victory lane behind the wheel of that SRTV Network number 99 Fast Ford Mustang. Dustin, it's Dave. How you feeling?
Pretty good right now, man. How about you?
I can't complain, man. I'm living the life up here in the booth. We've got pizza. We've got we've got drinks. In AC, man. Much nicer climate than inside of that hot cup car.
Yeah, I'm glad to be out of it now. Having some drinks myself in AC.
Well, man, a heck of a run for you and your crew, up 18 positions from where you started tonight's race. Didn't even bother qualifying. You're going to put another race win in the winner column for the season. Final 2 weeks of the season, one left to go at Las Vegas. We're going to look past Vegas, though. How you feeling about your championship chases? Getting a little momentum built here at the end of the year.
Yeah, man. Didn't expect to win tonight at all. You know, that's kind of a crapshoot like Daygo or Daytona, man. But it's even tighter there at Atlanta. Kind of the same speeds, man. It's real intense every lap. But yeah, the rest of the season, I'm looking forward to it. Got us another win. Just trying to make it to that last race and having a shot there, and I think we'll be pretty good. I like auto clubs, so looking forward to that one.
Well, man, if you show the speed in the next few weeks that you showed here tonight, I think you're going to be battling with that opportunity for the season hardware. Great run for you here tonight. You put that 99 right where it needed to be, when it needed to be there, and you were able to control the final restart. So congratulations on your latest race-winning performance. Before we let you go and soak in all the champagne, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, or love yous?
Yeah, NextGen Racing League. I want to thank you guys at Turn 3. Thank you, Dave, in the booth. SRTV on the hood. Smoke Show Racing, my teammates. They played a vital part in my win tonight. We were all up there. Me, Chris Spencer, Jerry West, Derek Myers, a lot of them, Dylan Blankenship, Chad Meadows. We were all up there racing. Yeah, but, you know, I couldn't have won it without those guys. And Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. And I believe this is a memorial race for Red Sheets. And just hope we did his family proud.
Well, I can assure you some of the great racing out there was definitely smiled upon by Red and by the entire family. So we're glad you were thinking of them and glad you could dedicate this win to them. And again, Dustin, always a pleasure to catch up with you. We know we'll talk again before the season's end. So until then, as always, stay safe and keep it fast.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dave.
All right, there you go. Final few words for the man in victory lane, parked on the front stretch. The 99 of Dustin German will capture the checkered flag, and that's going to pretty much do it for us here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. What a run, what a night. My goodness, I don't think it gets much better than that. So as you hear producers hitting those buttons in the background, you know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results in the lead sheets. Memorial 150 from Atlanta Motor Speedway walking away. Checkered flag in hand, another check mark in the winner column. The 99 of Dustin German walks away with the checkered flag. Smoke Show teammate finishes right behind him in that second position. The 24 Home Depot machine of Derek Myers finishes in second. Nigel Christensen going to have a solid night here tonight. He will round out your podium and finish tonight's Red Sheets Memorial 150. Back in third, coming home in fourth tonight, the 80 of Brian Littleton with Rob Haynes and the 199 right behind him in fifth. Sliding home in sixth tonight, the 00 of Roy Hyde. Zachary Compton in the 81 going to finish tonight's race in seventh, while TJ Roberts brings the 7 home in eighth. Carlton Charles going to park the 23 home in the ninth position. Jerry West, last week's race winner, cannot duplicate the performance, and he will finish out your top 10. Seth Steele back at 11th with Jan Van Leer, bringing the 5 home in the 12th spot. Harry Cleaver going to park the 69 home in 13th. 14th belongs to Raymond Hadina, while the 15th spot goes to the Monster Energy number 3 of Rick Snyder. Dylan Blankenship will bring the 51 home in 16th here tonight for the Elite Sheets Memorial 150 with a 9 of Travis Smith right behind him in 17th. 18th tonight to Thomas Watts. 19th from Atlanta Motor Speedway, Christopher Spencer with Chad Meadows finishing out your top 20. Late race troubles going to relegate the 33 Mac Tools Chevy Camaro of Brian Mescal Jr. back to 21st. John Adams comes home in 22nd. Gary Wright back in 23rd with Damian Patton finishing out your 24 car field here tonight. What a run! Whew. What a night! You can't ask for much more than that. So as we begin to get ready to cut off the lights and roll up the cords and get ready for some hot action in Sin City next week, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000. Show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash that bell. Over there with the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. Whether you're sliding in to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, or one of our many sponsors, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So with that being said, stay safe. Stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet ya in Turn 3.